The earth has become small, and on it hops the last man, who makes everything small. His race is as ineradicable as the flea beetle. The last man lives longest. The flea beetle, so humans are a pest? Now those of you who have to put up with this environmentalism bit going on in the modern world, you know that a lot of people regard humans as a pest on the earth.
Well, I don't think he's calling everybody a pest. I mean, I think Nietzsche thinks that people can live however they want to. You know, we can live as parasites, we can live as predators, we can live, as pests. We can live many different ways, and I think he's calling upon the people in this piece of fiction to make a decision about how they're going to live. You know, we're assuming people don't want to live as pests.
A little poison, now and then, that makes for agreeable dreams. I don't know what the hell that means. A little poison, now and then, that makes for agreeable dreams, and much poison in the end for an agreeable death.
I love that quote. It's one of my favorite quotes in Nietzsche. I think I know what he means.
Everybody wants the same. Everyone is the same. Whoever feels different goes voluntarily into a madhouse. We have invented happiness, say the last men, and they blink, and they blink, and they blink. And all the people jubilated and clucked with their tongues. Clucked with their tongues. Zarathustra became sad and said to his heart, I seem to have lived too long in the mountains. I listened too much to brooks and trees. Now I talk to them as to goatherds.
I'd like to take a moment to point out that, as I said, Zarathustra is not Nietzsche. He's making mistakes Nietzsche would not make. Nietzsche did not try to do what Zarathustra is trying to do, and we know that Zarathustra fails in his attempt to educate man about what he has learned and how to become an overcoming type person. So, yeah, even with the advocacy of nature, he says, oh, I've done too much of this in nature. And that's the thing we'll get from this, if we look closely, is advocacy of balance, not the idea that you can find a perfect truth and follow it wherever it goes and know that you have perfect behavior as a result. It just doesn't work like that in Nietzsche's universe.
I wonder if Nietzsche was a fan of Rousseau. Then something happened that made every mouth dumb and every eye rigid. For meanwhile, the tightrope walker had begun his performance. He had stepped out of a small door and was walking over the rope, stretched between two towers and suspended over the marketplace, and the small door opened once more, and a fellow in motley clothes, looking like a jester, jumped out and followed the first one with quick steps. "Forward, lamefoot!" he shouted in an awe-inspiring voice. And with every word he came closer and closer, but when he was but one step behind, a dreadful thing happened which made every mouth dumb and every eye rigid. He uttered a devilish cry, and jumped over the man who stood in his way. This man, however, seeing his rival win, lost his head and the rope. The marketplace became as the sea when a tempest pierces it. The people rushed apart and over one another, especially at the place where the body must hit the ground. Saw Zarathustra kneeling beside him. "I have long known the devil would trip me." "By my honor, friend," answered Zarathustra, "all of which you speak does not exist. There is no devil and no hell." Said Zarathustra, "You have made danger your vocation. There is nothing contemptible in that. Now you perish of your vocation. For that I will bury you."